I believe that everyone should experience these two things in life. Number one is going on a hike, not just once, not just twice, but at least a few times. And my number two, and it is very random, but I'm just gonna say it, but I believe that everyone should get into at least a few fights in their life, and to at least get their ass beat once, and to also beat someone else's ass at least once as well. With of course the same physique and similar age as you, and not some young baby or a midget or someone with Down syndrome who was born without a torso and legs and has to be fed with a feeding tube twice a day, and the only word that this person can say is Dominique for some reason. But this is a topic I'll perhaps discuss in another video down the line. So going back to my number one on why everyone should go hiking at least a few times in their life, as in doing at least one lake hike and one peak hike while mixing up the difficulties, like making sure to do an easy or a medium or a crazy difficult one where your legs legit might fall off. I'm pretty sure that there's all sorts of studies and research that shows that getting out to nature is good for the human mind and body, unless you encounter a wild bear and then get molested and fingered by one, like Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie The Revenant. Fun fact that I've heard about that movie. Did you know that Leonardo DiCaprio was so committed to that role that he demanded a real bear to actually attack him? So that whole bear attack scene was in fact improvised. Cool stuff. But anyway, experienced hikers will tell you to make sure to always pack the 10 hiker essentials for every hike. Or is it 15 or 40 essentials? I'm not even sure, to be honest, but you can always just Google it, I guess. But I did hear that the best deterrent for wild bears in the forest is to ejaculate into a little sandwich bag and tape it or glue it to your chest. The more you got, the less likely the bear will rape you, as it will think you've already been raped. Now, I've been doing this for every hike and I have not been touched yet, so there's your piece of evidence in case you don't believe in this method. Anyway, going back to the benefits of hiking, not only are you out in nature, but you're also getting one of the best exercises of all time, at least in my opinion. I mean, you're basically walking up a steep hill for a good amount of miles, and it's relatively low impact, assuming you have the right gear. And the steeper and longer, the better. Now, I always look for a hike with a minimum of 3,000 feet elevation gain, and at least a 5 or 6 mile round trip. But like I said, the more the merrier. Tomato, tomato, Ray Romano. When I hike, I really want to hike. Like, I want my legs burning. I want to be dying, sweating, and shitting and pissing in my underwear. Like, I want to change underwears at least 4 times per hike. I just want to feel like I've earned the view that comes at the peak of the hike. Now, the only downside is, no pun intended of course, is going back down the hike. That to me is the worst part. It almost seems like going back down is harder than going up. Like, I catch myself slipping and tripping several times, like as if I drank a half gallon of Skol vodka and smoked some PCP at the same time. And my knees always end up feeling bruised up and sore after the first mile of going back down. Now, this could perhaps be the accumulation of fatigue, but I don't know about that. I'm no doctor. Now, another annoying part of hiking, and this is more or less in the summertime, are the goddamn bugs. Like, goddamn, I hate bugs. They really do bug the hell out of me. Like, who the hell invented bugs? That person needs to go to hell. And sometimes the bug sprays and insect lotion doesn't even help at all, or are just not strong enough to deter some bugs away. Like, there were a few hikes where I swear the same 2 wasps were following me the whole entire way, trying to creep into my asshole to probably build a nest in my rectum. Cause I'm sure a wasp nest or 2 would hold well in my ass, kind of like Butch's Priceless Watch in the movie Pulp Fiction. If you know, you know. And mosquitoes. Why the hell do they even exist? I swear, mosquitoes always find a way to suck blood out of you like a horny and starving vampire from those small slum villages of Africa that you see in those starving kids commercials that ask for donations, but really the donation money goes to some fat, obese, 45-year-old guy that somehow runs these donation sites, but ends up buying several Little Caesars pizzas and breadsticks for himself that'll last him for 2 days max, and then he'll ship the pizza crumbs that fell into his double chin to those starving kids via ground shipping and not even express. Like, come on now. That fat obese person should at least be eating Subway sandwiches instead of pizza. Now, I know it sounds like hiking is miserable, but I promise you it's the exact opposite. I mean, just do your due diligence on the hike, check the weather and any recent comments or warnings on all trails or a local website, and come prepared. It's like that one saying, by preparing to fail is failing to prepare. Or wait a minute, by failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Yeah, that's the one. By failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Man, speaking of fails, huh? And if you still don't like hiking, even after giving it a few tries, then, well, that's just like, your opinion, man. Which you are entitled to. I get it, hiking is not for everyone, but I believe everyone should at least try it a few times before you make your judgment. So, make America hike again.
Yeah, I got you. Hit like and subscribe. Don't forget.